Namanda, 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 Namanda. So good morning, everyone. Oops. So where are we? So good morning, everyone. And thank you very much for joining us here in person and in our online audience. Today is a slightly different format. We're going to be sharing the videos from the Central Maui Hanamatsuri Association. Also, Jean H has put together a slideshow from last week, so the Hanamatsuri Makawao style, and then also the little Happy Hanamatsuri video message that we recorded. So we're slightly out of sequence today, and if you're in the audience at home, the sound should be okay. If you're in the audience here in the Hondo, you're going to see the lips are moving, but the sound is about 3 seconds behind. It's just one of those things. So let's jump to this, and hopefully it's going to cooperate.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me today's Sunday morning service. Today is Hongwanji. I'm going to chant the Vandana Visarana, Sutra chanting, and my Dharma message. I shall pour sweet tea on the immense goodness, the wondrous virtues and pure wisdom of the Buddha, shall enable all sentient beings to cast off their defilements and be awakened to the absolute mind of the Buddha. Thus I bow in reverence to Shakyamuni Buddha, to the greatest and noblest among all men. We now pour sweet tea of the greatest virtue and extol the Buddha of absolute purity. Namo Amitabha. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me at today's Central Maui's Hanamatsuri service. COVID-19's restriction was lifted by the governor on March 26th. However, COVID is still around. Please, do take care of yourself and be healthy and well at all the time. Today, we are observing the Central Maui Buddhist Temple's Hanamatsuri service. According to the legend said, on April 8th, the Buddha Shakyamuni was born at the Lumbini Garden, the northern part of India. It was about 2,570 years ago. Wow, it's a long time ago. According to the legend, when Buddha was born, he stood up right away and took 7 steps, pointed his right hand to the sky and left hand to the earth, and proclaimed the following words: above and below the heavens, I alone am the world honored one. Wow. Is that true? Newborn baby can do those kind of like a Superman stuff? It is kind of hard for us to believe. But this statement was made by someone in the Buddhist society. But when I think about this story teaches us a very important, which is each one of us, your life and my life are very precious. And each one of us is a truly honored one. No one can replace your life and my life. So, all of us are truly honored one. This is Buddha mentioned to the entire world. So we should express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to the Buddha for his excellent spiritual guidance. I have a dream just like all of you. And my dream is I would like to visit 3 historical places where holy Buddha. I don't know when this dream come true, but I remember former bishop of the Buddhist Churches of America, Reverend Seigen Yamaoka's wonderful words. And it is said, our dreams may be as huge as the sky or as small as a grain of the sand. But it doesn't matter. The most important one is, as long as we move toward the dream. So whenever I have time, I'm checking how to get to those places, by the online and hotels, how many days I should stay there, and also what kind of Indian food I should eat, and so on. It's very interesting. As you may know, I love traveling and visiting many places and taking lots of pictures. With those pictures, I usually make a DVD with the music and captions and enjoy viewing it with my family. However, even if I took 20 pictures, most of the time I was not in the photos. Why? Because I'm the one taking the pictures. But I'm truly enjoying seeing many beautiful scenes and historical places as my memories. So, if I visit those Buddha's historical places, I will take many pictures and would like to share all of them with where Buddha Shakyamuni propagated his spiritual Dharma. Today, those places are very much changing from the time that Buddha Shakyamuni was there. But if you stand in the places where Buddha was one and see the areas, you will feel a very significant feeling there. Yes, those places where Buddha was standing and shared his dynamic Dharma with many of his followers, I'm sure we feel something very wonderful feeling. So, if I can visit India, I'll keep each moment as a precious time for myself and would like to keep this mind in my heart as a great joy of happiness. This morning, I would like to share with you one of the Buddha's stories. As you may know, Buddha traveled from village to village and shared his great spiritual Dharma with his followers. In one of the villages, people learned that Buddha would arrive late at night. So, entire village people decided that they will welcome Buddha in full light. Those days, they didn't have flashlight or the light which we have today. So what they did is, everyone in the village, they purchased their candles and kept their position on the both sides of the street. The rich people, they bought big candles and held their position at the main entrance of the village. However, one of the poor ladies also wanted to offer their candle light and welcome Buddha. But she didn't have any money to purchase a candle for herself. She went to many candle shops and asked them for candle. But all of them never offered anything to her and said, if you don't pay, no candle. At the last candle shop where she went, she called the shop owner and said, can you please buy my black hair so I can buy a candle? Many people use the black hair as a wig. So she sold her entire hair and was able to purchase the candle with them. When she got the street, there was no place for her to stay on the street. So she sat at the end of the street and waited for Buddha to come. When Buddha's group approached the village, everyone started to light a candle. Wow! The village became so bright with thousands of candles. However, just before Buddha's group reached to the entrance of the village, the strong wind hit the entire village, and all the lights of the candle were blown off, except the smallest one, which the poor lady held. When Buddha's group entered the village, the light became brighter and brighter and covered the entire village. Buddha stopped in front of the lady, bent his knee, and said, "Thank you very much. I receive your sincere and your warm feeling of heart, and it will always show me the path of the truth." This Buddha story teaches us that sincere heart and kindness. Our ancestors shared great values and sincere heart with all of us, and we all inherited their wonderful values and traits. Maybe I should say their sincere heart, which is called Makawao in Japanese. While we are growing up, we all learned and heard their kind words and smiles. Yes, you are always listening to their guidance. And even if many years have passed, we still remember their very important guidance in our heart. Jodo Shinshu's teaching said, Jodo Shinshu teaching, it is said as follows: we must listen to the teaching without doubt and rely on Amida Buddha's wisdom and compassionate heart. Buddha's teaching provides us with the path of the truth in our daily lives. Through his great guidance, we can see the reality of life as it is. On this special Hanamatsu, may we all rejoice in the spiritual guidance and joy of happiness with others, and may we all pass it on to the future generations as a faithful guide, and let them to receive the Buddha's great guidance in their heart and walk the path of the truth. Nembu's path is a Buddha's excellent guidance that shows us the way of truth and teaches us to rejoice in the happiness with others. Our great history, who were the first generation, came from Japan, who was cultivating our land. Nisei, the second generation, who were sacrificed their lives to lay our firm foundation. The Sansei and Yonsei, the third and the fourth generation, built our wonderful temple for us to receive spiritual guidance and happiness in our lives. Now, it is for all of us to share this excellent guidance and rejoice in the spiritual joy of the happiness with others, including our children, grandchildren, and our community, Ohana. One of Shinran Shonin's great teachers, Tao Zhou of China, his passage is Shinran Shonin adapted as follows: people who are born before, guide people who come after. People who are born after follow the great guidance and footsteps Remember, Dharma friends, we all are inheriting the profound guidance of the limits, the happiness and joy through our temporal activities, and that are truly precious gift from them. Buddhism is a joy and happiness that all of us can discover in our daily lives. So let's listen to the Buddha Dharma as our true guide and follow the path of the truth in our daily lives. Hanamatsuri is for us to realize that we all are embraced by the Buddha's excellent guidance, his wisdom and compassion. In closing my Dharma message today, I would like to share with you the following Buddha's passage. Please put your hands together in Gassho, bow your head. As the light of the small candle will spread from one to another in succession, so the light of the Buddha's compassion pass on from one mind to another endlessly. The followers of the Buddha, realizing his spirit of compassion, adopt his task of enlightenment and purification, and pass it on from one generation to another in order to make the Buddha's command glorified eternally and forever. May we all listen to the Buddha Dharma as our true guide. Thank you very much for joining us at today's Hanamatsuri service. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much.
This concludes our Hongwanji service today. The Makawao Hongwanji Dharma School students have filmed a special presentation on the birth of the Buddha. The link to the video is in the description for this video. Please enjoy. Namo Amida Butsu.
Happy Namaste from Bangladesh.
Okay, we're now going to play the slideshow from made with pictures from last week. Oh, wrong message. We did that. Okay, so we did that one. This one. Ah, hold on. And here we go. Well, thank you very much for joining us for the premiere of the Central Maui Hanamatsuri Association's Hanamatsuri service, as well as Hanamatsuri Makawao Style 2022, produced by our own Auntie Jean H. And in terms of content, that's all we have for the service today. So for our online audience, thank you very much for joining us. And for the in-person audience, good to see you guys too. So we'll be back next week. Thank you very much. See you then. Yes. Okay. Let's. We have announcements. Sorry, don't go away. And I don't have any announcements. Somebody else. Ah, Diane has announcements. Okay.
I'll just announce about the Fujimatsu.
I'll hold the sign for you. You have to come up to the microphone.
You can see it. Okay. The Fujimatsuri celebration will be on May 15. Right? 15.
May 15.
May 15 at Wailuku Hongwanji. It's going to be from 9 until 12 o'clock. Sign up on the sheet or let Bobby Nakagawa know. We need to know how many adults and how many children. Deadline for sign up is April 24. Okay, any questions? Thank you. Excuse me?
Do we bring anything?
No, nothing. Okay. Lunch will be provided.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, do we have any other announcements? Anybody? Junior RBA selling anything? Or okay, well thank you very much for everyone here in person and also our online audience. We'll see you again next week. Oh.